This is San Antonio's Fox News First.
Welcome back to 712 now. He recently made headlines by running over 300 miles to honor wounded warriors who can no longer run like he can. He got a little help from his brother, though, along the way. We talked about his story yesterday, and we're happy to have them here this morning with us. Captain Mike Martinez at the end of the couch here, and his brother Rick Martinez with Alamo CrossFit. 312 miles to be exact, right?
Correct, 312 miles, correct.
Were the 12 miles tougher than the 300 miles?
I think the last 2.5 were the toughest, actually, just knowing you want to get finished quick.
Unbelievable. We mentioned you two are brothers, and I know Rick's been on our show before with Alamo CrossFit, and CrossFit, played such a big role in all of this. What did you think when your brother said, hey, I want to do this?
You know, it was inspiring. I know that I couldn't do it. Well, I guess if you had to, you could. Yeah. But it was inspiring for a lot of reasons. One was because of his service in Iraq, and I can't think of a greater cause.
Yeah.
So.
We're looking at some of the video here, and Rick, how does somebody train for something like this? I mean, 312 miles, it's not something that you typically do. How did Mike train for this, and how did you help him?
Mike used non-traditional methods, CrossFit primarily, as a solid foundation for strength. A lot of strength training, working on heavy lifts, back squats, deadlifts. It's counterintuitive to what endurance training is about, but it laid a solid foundation for the punishment his body would go through over the 300-plus mile run. So. Pretty incredible. Again, it was counterintuitive. It wasn't a lot of long distance miles in training, but a lot of strength training, getting his body prepared for the beating it was going to take.
Were you, was the run what you expected in terms of just the toll, Mike, that it would take on your body?
It wasn't what I expected. It was a little bit easier because I had prepared so long prior to the run. So I was confident in the training, confident in the plan that we had put together. The hardest part, I think, was just leading up to the run, just getting it started. Yeah. Right.
It was a little more humid a couple of weeks ago, or when you were out there, than it is. I mean, it feels great this morning, doesn't it?
There were a couple of days where it definitely got hot out there, and it was humid every morning, but you just trucked through it.
What was the response you received from the military community and the people, especially who were at this event when you were finishing up there?
The community was great. I ran through Fort Hood, Texas, and the Fort Hood folks were just phenomenal. They let me and my crew on post. We had some soldiers running with us. And even coming up and down the I-35 area, military soldiers who flew in to actually run with me, some of my friends from Iraq, who I served with in Iraq. So it was great.
And Rick, I understand you guys raised a good deal of money as well.
We did. We're proud to say that our one-day, events we had for Wounded Warrior Project raised just about $35,000. So it was a big hoorah for Alamo CrossFit, for Wounded Warriors, and for the service that these guys have given, guys and gals.
And I understand this is just the beginning. Can people still donate to the cause and help you guys out?
They sure can. Actually, up until Friday, they can donate. They can go to either victory400.org, and that's to the run Mike did, to the run we put on, or they can go to fightgonebad5.org, which actually goes to the Wounded Warrior Project. Either way,
we'll put those websites on our website. We'll put links to that so you can have that. And I know this is just the beginning, Mike. What do you have up your sleeve now?
Oh my gosh! Well, me and my brother have been talking about next year. Nothing, not out of the bag just yet. But definitely when I said 300 miles again next year, Rick said, we'll talk about it, brother. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Well, that's great. It's a wonderful story. We were certainly touched by it. I know the military community loves what you did and all the money that's raised. This is the information for Alamo CrossFit. If you'd like to visit them, find out what Rick and his crew does over there on Blanco, you can certainly do that and give them a call. And again, after the show this morning, we'll get the links to those websites that Rick was talking about. But again, congratulations. We certainly salute both of you on what you've done, and we appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ernie.
312 miles. Wow.